Hello everyone and welcome back to another video on FNAF. Security Breach is only one day away. It comes out tomorrow and I could not be more excited. This game is going to be amazing and I cannot wait to play it for you guys. But I wanted to get my final predictions / theories about Security Breach in the books so I can have them on record so I can say that I predicted, you know, Buff Helpy being in the game. I don't know. But yeah, I just thought it'd be fun to throw in my final predictions / theories about Security Breach. I want to know your final predictions / theories about Security Breach in the comments below. I'll be reading your comments. I'll be hearting your comments. And I cannot wait to play Security Breach. So if you didn't know, I've been in the FNAF community since pretty much the beginning. I was a fan since the first game, and I started a FNAF updates account in early 2015 when these games were kind of just starting off. And I kept up with that update account from 2015 to 2020, and then I started this YouTube channel, and this was how I gave my FNAF updates. I started this channel just because I thought it'd be really cool to not just tweet about updates, but also talk about them and give my input, and all of a sudden it just kind of blew up for some reason. So I just wanted to say that I'm really thankful for all of you, and thank you so much for subscribing and being here. It means the world to me, and I cannot wait to experience Security Breach with you tomorrow. So look out for part 1 of FNAF Security Breach coming out tomorrow. Don't know what time, but just hit that notification bell so you know right when it uploads. And also another thing, I did release a plushie with Makeship. If you want to go check it out, the link is in the description. We need to sell 200 of them, and if we don't, no one is getting their plushie, and that would be really sad. So if you want one of these, make sure to go pick one up. Anyways, let's get right into the video. Here we go. So let's start off with my predictions. Glitchtrap's return. I think Glitchtrap is going to come back in this game. And I don't mean just like a version of Glitchtrap, I mean the actual Glitchtrap. I think we're going to have to collect tapes throughout this mall or collect objects from old pizzerias, and collecting those things will put together Glitchtrap without us even knowing it. I think he's going to show up in some of the 8-bit minigames without us knowing it. I think that's how he's going to communicate with us, if he's ever going to communicate with us. Maybe he's going to try and trick us into doing something that will help him come back faster. But I think we will see Glitchtrap return in FNAF Security Breach in one way or another. Next up is Playable Minigames, and I know they already said this. Steel Studio already said that there's going to be Playable Minigames, but I think there is going to be new 8-bit minigames made by Scott. In Dawko's interview with Steel said that Scott would reach out to them and just give them stuff to put in the game. He would be like, put this in the game, and they would be like, what is this? And he'd be like, just put it in the game. So I think we're going to get new FNAF 2, FNAF 3 style 8-bit minigames in this game. And I think there's going to be major lore implications in those. And also, obviously, I think we're going to be able to play Monty's Golf. I think we're going to be able to bowl. I think we're actually going to be able to play laser tag. I think it's all going to be really fun. Steel did say that we're going to have a chance to just focus on the minigames and not have to worry about the animatronics. But in some of the instances, the animatronics are going to be chasing us. So it's going to be really interesting what we're going to be able to relax and play and what we're going to have to hectically play and sneakily play. Next up is something that I haven't really heard much about, but I think the elevator is going to be a big part of this game. I think the elevator is going to be the main way we get around in this game. I think there's going to be a mechanic where we walk into the elevator, the doors close, maybe an animatronic is chasing after us and grabs the door and we don't get in safe in time, and that's how we get jump scared. And I think one of the screenshots that Steel will put on the Steam page is of Chica grabbing the elevator door and getting us. But I think there's going to be a major part of the game where we walk into the elevator, we turn around and we see all the buttons and we have a choice of where we want to go. And I think some of those choices are going to impact how our game goes and how the game ends. And also the elevator might be a way we hear the animatronics coming. Maybe we're just walking around in the kitchen or in a play area and then we hear the elevator door open and we hear an animatronic walking out, and that's how we know to run. I don't know. I just think the elevator is going to be a big part of this game. So this next one's interesting. A Freddy Betrayal. I think Freddy is going to betray us in this game at one point, and I don't think it's going to be Freddy's, you know, if Freddy even has his own personality. I don't think it's going to be Freddy's choice. I think Glitchtrap or Vanny is just going to eventually take over Freddy like we saw in the new trailer. He just glitched out and fell over. I think Freddy is going to betray us, and it's going to be us against everyone. And I'll talk more about that in a little bit. Next up, we have Fredbear's Family Diner. I think we are going to see a glimpse of Fredbear's Family Diner. I think it's either going to be in a flashback or that the mall was built over Fredbear's Family Diner, and when we go down to the basement, it's Fredbear's Family Diner, and we see all the original animatronics and chairs and tables and all that kind of stuff. So we'll have to wait and see, but that is a big theory that everyone has had. I think flashbacks are more of a reality, but you know, it could be possible they built this on top of the old Fredbear's Family Diner to cover up all of the tragedies that happened. Next up, we have a theory that I talked about a while ago. I think this place is an animatronic factory. I think they are making animatronics at at this mall in a warehouse in the back, and there's a bunch of different Glamrock Chicas and a bunch of different Freddys, and I think that is going to be a big reveal in the game. We're just going to see a warehouse full of a bunch of different animatronics, maybe all of the old animatronics. Maybe all of the old animatronics are being rebuilt again for museums for the game or for, you know, ride purposes. So that's just my theory. I think we'll have to wait and see, but I am really confident about that theory. If that happens, remember me. So going back to the Freddy Betrayal, I think this game is going to have a bad ending. I think they're going to pull an Infinity War, and this game is just going to be a bad ending. I think Gregory's going to escape, but all the animatronics and Vanny are going to thrive, and William Afton's going to come back and continue murdering. I think that would be good for more games. I think that'd be good for continuing the story. If everything just was tied up in this game and there was no room to branch off and make more games, I don't know if that would be the best idea for Steelwool and for Scott. But yeah, I think there's going to be a bad ending. Maybe there's going to be a way for you to get a good ending, but I think this game is going to end bad. If we throughout this game find a way as Gregory, a little kid, to take down a giant animatronic William Afton virus thing, that'll be kind of interesting. If I was his age and I was in that big mall, I would be pooping all over the place. I don't know what I'd do, and I would just be lost, and I'd probably get kidnapped. So if you really think about it, can Gregory by himself save the day? I don't know. That leads into, I don't think the mall is going to burn down at the end. I don't think that is the bad ending we're going to get. I think this mostly because Steelwool said that there's DLC coming for Security Breach, so that leads me to believe that if there's DLC coming, the mall probably still has to be intact for the DLC to happen. So yeah, I don't think there's a fire at the end. I know that was a big theory. I even talked about that theory a while ago, but I don't think that's going to happen. Next up, we are going to therapy after this is over. I think Gregory will escape, William Afton will come back, and he will need therapy, and that is where the new character slash voice actor comes into play. We learned about the new therapist character last week. I talked about that in one of my videos if you want to go check that out. But yeah, I think there's going to be a cutscene where we are talking to a therapist and they are not believing a word we say about what happened. Next up, once again, I think we're going to see all the old animatronics because I think they're being rebuilt in this mall. There you go. I think we're going to see them all. Finally, I think we're going to get a MatPat, Dawko, or Markiplier Easter egg in this game. I think maybe there's going to be a monitor we walk by where YouTube is going to be playing and one of their videos is going to be playing. These people are huge parts of why FNAF is so popular today, and I think it'd be really cool if Steelwool put a little Easter egg paying homage to them, and they deserve it. So on to my final overall theory. I think this game is going to be a collection game, kind of just like Help Wanted, where you have to collect the tapes or collect some sort of artifacts that will eventually bring back William Afton without us even knowing it. I think Vanny is helping getting the physical parts together, and I think we are going to help get the soul of William Afton back together by collecting all those things. Vanny's going to take all of the animatronics that they're building and all of the scrapped animatronics, and she's going to put them together to make them a fully functional thing. I think the quote from the Dawko and Steelwool interview also says a lot, saying that if we've already been watching the Freddy and Friends episodes, we're already kind of playing Security Breach. I think it's going to be a collecting thing, and also the unmasking of Foxy in every single episode with him eventually joining the band could be a possibility. I think maybe we will unmask Vanny at one point and Vanny will join our side, or the security guard will once again join our side, because we know at the beginning at least the security guard is on our side for a second. But yeah, and I think the game will end with a William Afton trash monster made of a ton of different animatronics, and it's just going to open it up for more games to come. So yeah, that is all my prediction and theories for FNAF Security Breach. Let me know your predictions in the comments below, and thank you guys for joining me on this Security Breach journey. I cannot wait to showcase it for you all on this channel, so make sure you subscribed, and I'll see you in the next one when we're playing Security Breach. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye.